Welcome back to This Takes the Cake. I'm Jackie from Stunning and Brilliant Events Palm Beach office, and this is Ray Costa from Miami, Mike Sipe Entertainment, also the DJ for the Miami Heat, F1 races. Anybody else?
That's it.
For now.
For now.
For now. Anything we want to add?
Oh, not yet.
Anywhere you want to work that we could put on here?
Oh, I wish. There's a bunch of places I want to work.
So, Ray, you just got married.
I did.
Tell me about it. Was it...
Got a flaunt.
I didn't just get married.
I just got married, yes.
So tell me about it. First, I'd like to note that Gabby's a saint.
She is a saint.
She
yeah,
is
I
a
guess.
saint.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been a week, so I'll keep saying she's a saint.
No, but she's been with you for like ever and a day.
I got married after 10 years.
Yeah, she's a saint.
Yep.
I
10
only
years
deal
to
with
the
you,
day,
like,
actually,
a couple
too.
hour basis at weddings, and she's a saint.
So she only deals with me with a couple hours at home. I'm always working, so.
This is true.
Yeah, I did
So
get
tell me
married.
about your wedding, because I know when you did the proposal, it was amazing. You like rented out the arena.
I did.
So tell me how that all came to be. Like, why would you go that route? I know you guys met that way, but tell our viewers.
So like everyone assumed that I was going to get married or propose like in Italy or like on vacation. And I felt like everyone does that. So I wanted to be a little bit different. So it's like the Miami Heat has revolved so much around our relationship. I figured, you know what, let me do something completely different. So she assumed she was going with me to an event, and I got like all dressed up or whatever the case may be. I said I was hosting a gala, which happens like once a year. So she dressed up nice. And then when we went to the arena, I was like, oh, let's just, we went to security. I went to the bathroom. They mic'd me in the bathroom while the guys were waiting for me. And then I left my book bag in there. And then I just walked. I was like, oh, let's go check out the court before we go to the event space. And when I walked to the court, so like, will you marry me? And it's like, she obviously knew something was happening. So
Do you think, was she shocked, or like, did she know it was coming? Like, some girls have the intuition.
No, I think she was surprised because it was a Tuesday at like 5 PM. So
Oh, yeah.
you think about it, like, would you really think,
No,
like
I
a
would
Tuesday?
totally
I
not.
was super calm. She went out to get like her nails done with her. It just, it was like a random, she always gets her nails done like on a Tuesday. That's her day off. So it's like not, it wasn't something she was looking forward to. It just kind of happened. And then
I think that's amazing. And I saw the video. So you had it, and then you had like family there.
I
and
had family like hidden in the top. So the court was completely,
everything.
yeah. I had the whole ordeal. I
That's
was like,
amazing.
I got on a knee and I spoke well and I didn't like panic, which is crazy.
No,
I
you
thought
were good in the video.
I thought I was going to panic.
It wasn't even edited.
It wasn't even edited. I spoke well. I didn't stumble. I like got on the knee, like perfect sneaker placement. Like it was like right on the line. It was perfectly. Yeah, I was like, oh, all right.
Did
so
you
like,
have it lined out? Or
No,
you just did that? You just knew
I
the
just
court.
looked down and I took my time and I was like, stand up straight.
You
Boom.
didn't drop the ring,
I didn't drop the ring. And the box opened the right way.
and her finger didn't turn green.
No, it didn't turn green. It's still not green, by the way, in case you were
I
wondering.
was worried.
No, I wasn't worried at all. I did not turn green. It was great. It was cool. It was different.
That's amazing. So Miami, you do a lot of weddings in Miami. All the way. I know you're in Jupiter a lot with me.
Mhm.
So Miami to Jupiter, essentially, but you could travel everywhere.
Yeah, I've done some. So we did Maricopa in Cancun, Dominican Republic. I've done Atlanta. We just did Charleston. Is that how you pronounce it?
Charleston.
Charleston.
Mhm.
We did Charleston. So yeah, we'll travel anywhere. Miami's the base. But to be honest with you, as much as I'm from Miami, we do a lot more Palm Beach. We do a lot of Key Largo now. Jupiter, Boynton,
Well,
Boca.
honestly, I recommend you for a lot more Palm Beach and north of Palm Beach, because I know it annoys you, the drive.
2-hour drive. Yeah, it does annoy me a little bit. I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's still cool to play. It's venues you're not accustomed to. But Miami is Miami. So if you can,
It's a whole different.
you
It's
could
a
play
whole
in-
different level
yeah, if
in
you
Miami.
could play in Miami. or
It's
in the
funny because
beach.
every wedding I have in like Palm Beach is like ends at 11, and then all my Miami weddings are like, oh no, we're after partying till 2 a.m. And I'm like, what?
Such a long day. They don't take it
They
to consider.
don't.
No,
No, they don't play.
they just
with it.
assume that they're gonna last, and I'm like, you don't understand. Like, you're waking up at 7 a.m. You're not waking up at
No, with hair and makeup. it's a
11 or
whole thing.
12 to go party at night like a club or something. You're waking up at 7, and like the stress of the whole day, it's a lot. But
That's crazy.
I'll play it. I don't wake up at 7. I
So
don't do my
then-
makeup at 7.
Oh no,
Nah.
no, you're the 9 to 5 guy.
Yeah, I'm the 9 to 5 guy
Yeah.
for sure.
You have a setup.
I wake
crew,
up,
you
I
have a
work
team.
out, I download the music, I prep, I like lay down. By the time I get to
Lay
your wedding, like I'm fresh. You guys are already
I lay
exhausted.
down. You lay down.
Yeah, I was just like chill, play some COD or something, and then I'll go and play it. Yeah, dude,
So between weddings, the Heat, F1, clubs, you do a lot of clubs down there. What is like your favorite thing to do? What's your favorite like vibe? Is it?
I don't do as many clubs anymore. I used to do a lot more. Now it's so busy with weddings and stuff. I don't want to play a club after a wedding.
No.
But I always say that weddings they're funner because they're so different. Like a Heat game, it's pretty much the same. It's self-explanatory. It's 22,000 people. It's basketball. Timeouts are at the same time most of the time. Like, it's very repetitive.
Is it more stress though? Or the wedding?
Weddings are way more stressful. It's 75 people focused on you. 22,000 people, 10 care what you're saying. 5 are really watching you. Maybe only like 100 in there are really like staring at the screen, like analyzing everything you're saying.
Yeah.
For the most part, they're just like, where's this voice coming from? Like, screaming. And they're all there for the same reason. But a wedding, it's like 75 people staring at me. So if I do anything incorrectly, it's like they notice. It's way more stressful. It's way easier to play for 100,000 people than it is to play for 75 people.
So tell me about your wedding, because being in the business and being that you just got married, not to mention you do this every weekend, like, you know, you had to stand out, but also the pressure of like, you can't have like
I couldn't have like just like
a lame ass wedding.
I didn't have a lame ass wedding.
No, I saw.
She planned most of it. I'll give her credit. She did a lot of it, and then we had a really good team over there.
You got married in Colombia.
I got married in Cartagena, Colombia at the Sofitel. It was insane, and we booked it before we even went. Like, yeah, she saw it online. She's like, you know what? I love it. I was like, okay, cool, book it. And then we flew like 3 weeks later to see it. Thank God we loved it. But it was
like,
thank God we loved it. The deposit's gone. So I mean, at this point, please love it. It was different because it wasn't me doing it, but like I got super emotional because I always said like I'm always celebrating everyone else. So to be celebrated, it's totally different.
Yeah.
And then I see it all the time. So I see them like a bride and groom, and they're like how they're stressed, and I'm always like, you know, like I do this every weekend. They're just stressed out.
Yeah, what's her problem?
But when it's you.
And you guys didn't do a first look.
No first look. I saw her for the first time the whole day at the church when the doors opened. I was like
I watched the videos, and your welcome party to your rehearsal to everything.
We threw an experience. It was like all week.
It was a whole thing.
It was Tuesday. We did like a beach day, so we rented out like a private beach club and like went crazy. Then Wednesday we did a Chiva, which is like a bus, like a party bus in Colombia, and then we went clubbing till who knows what time. Insane. That was the day that was the most liquid courage hit. Like that was the debauchery day. And then Thursday, the welcome party, I behaved only till 10. And then the wedding,
it went till how long though? If you only behaved till 10?
I think the welcome party ended at 10 and then people went out. No, it was like the welcome party was like 6 to 10. It was like a rooftop. It was like a vibe. And then
but you guys were dancing in the streets. Was that the welcome party?
That was the wedding. So in Cartagena, there's a thing where you walk out of your church and then like a bunch of dancers greet you and they walk you to your venue.
Oh, that's
so there's no bus. Like it's like a block. So they walk you there. It's like an experience. And then all your guests go straight to cocktail with them. And then you go to like your room or do photos or whatever. So we did that. But that's a very Cartagena thing.
So how was the weather? Because it's August here.
It was hot.
Is it a different heat? Is it not humid? Is it like?
I'll take it over rain.
Well, yeah.
It was hot, but it wasn't unbearable.
Yeah. It
wasn't unbearable. It depends. Like some people like get hot faster.
Were you like super like tuned into the element of the experience and the entertainment and all those things because of what you do, or were you like kind of like, it'll be what it be?
No, I was stressed. I was nervous the whole time. I didn't want anything to go wrong. I brought people out of the country, like to a place that 85% of my guests have never been to.
Yeah.
Most don't understand the language. So like
I would be
a bunch of my friends were sitting in the church for 45 minutes listening to my whole thing in Spanish. There was words I didn't understand in Spanish.
What?
Yeah, exactly. The whole church ceremony, 45 minutes was in Spanish. So like people are sitting in there just like
I do, and you don't know what you're agreeing to.
I had to repeat after him, and some of the words that they say in Spanish over there aren't regular Spanish. It was like something completely different. But I was more nervous. Like I didn't want anything to go wrong for her. For me, I was like, you know, stress what you can control.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Everything was. I couldn't pick anything. Like
and I saw the reception.
Speechless. Like I mean, everything.
Like the ceremony was gorgeous. You had candles everywhere. It was super romantic.
It was very church,
classy.
Which is what she wanted.
Yeah.
But the reception was like, oh man, I've seen amazing things for celebrities. I've done like all those huge weddings, millionaire weddings. And I was like, I can't afford to give her that here. So I have to go away and do something different. So I went away. And then I was like, look, my wedding's going to be super lit. You know, it's going to have the screens. That's what I'm into, or whatever the case may be. But like, I saw the decor and I saw like the things hanging from the roof.
Oh.
And like the flowers are all real. And you could smell it. Like, it was like, dude, I walked in there, I wanted to start crying. Like, I'm not an emotional person. I never cry.
I remember seeing when you guys did the room reveal.
Oh, dude, I was like.
And you didn't know any of that. She did all that.
I knew more or less what it was going to look like, like from renders and stuff. But like, you see a painting and then you see it in person. And
it's yours. It's not just a regular wedding. That's totally
And then like
different.
the excitement you get, like when people walk in there, like, I wonder what they said.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause
room reveal is
people
sick.
go to weddings all the time and they're like, you know how you like, everyone gets married at the same time. So all your friends are getting married. And you got to see like a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
I'm a core 4 guys. And then like there's only one left.
Yeah.
So I was like, how's he going to outdo? Like, not that he needs to, but like you start to think of like, yo, because this wedding was.
It was
I
mean,
it was
as
nice.
a planner, I was pretty Joji
I was
watching
like,
the videos.
yeah.
I was like,
imagine me as an entertainer or
Plus,
half my
I really
people there.
wanted to suck a little bit because I didn't plan it. So I was like, all right, I got you.
Speak Spanish. We gotta work on your Spanish.
I said I know
Un poquitico.
basura.
Basura's trash. I didn't need you to know,
I know
basura.
trash.
Are you gonna tell them like, oh, this is basura?
If somebody says, where do I put this?
En la basura?
Basura.
Like all my gifts.
No, I'll take that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
See.
Exactly. No, but it was my wedding was
And
honestly.
nobody brought you gifts. Stop it.
No, they send everything Zola everything.
Zola.
I didn't even know what Zola was, so I did this. I'm in the industry.
Oh, that's crazy. So tell me about F1. Like F1 is like, that's got to be a whole nother thing. Because F1 is like you have a contract with them. So you're with them for a while.
For years to come, yeah.
How many years have you been doing it?
I've done the last 3 years. So Formula One has a 10-year contract per location, then they renew.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was given the opportunity to play 3 years ago, and I played last year. Well, yeah, no, 3 years ago, and then I played the year after. And last year was my funnest year because it was the first year I got to do all 3 days where I didn't have to double up for a wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, like you just take weddings years in advance, but Formula One might change. But now it's kind of solidified, so I stopped taking weddings that weekend. But last year, I'm a huge McLaren guy, so Lando won.
Oh my God, my
so it's
kid
something
too.
totally different.
Gianna's like obsessed with you and McLaren. And Lando.
So it was awesome. And Formula One, I get to play for the Concourse Club. So it's turn 3. So the churn, it's like fresh out. Like a lot of stuff happens in that churn because it's like fresh out the gate. So I mean, it's such a vibe. Like the atmosphere of Formula One. I don't know. I mean, I've been there. So if you go to a Heat game, you're like, oh my God, I'm at the Heat game. But I've been there for so many years already. And as much as I still don't take it for granted, like Formula One is a different monster. That's $1 billion daily sport or something like that.
And I think that's how, like, when I talk to my couples about you or we're booking weddings, I'm like, listen, everybody wants that wedding. Nobody wants the empty wedding with nobody on the dance floor. But I'm like, he does. Like he literally has this going for thousands and thousands in an arena. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and it's the confidence behind it. So like a bunch of my DJs, now that I manage a bunch, I always tell them, I was like, guys, I can teach you to be technical behind the turntables, but I can't teach you personality or how to like have the confidence in speaking publicly because that's like everyone's downfall. Yeah. Everyone's like gets so scared of the mic. Like they'll play great, and then it's like, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Costa, and those like guys like give your the same way you interviewed with me, like be that.
That's
person.
The personality that people want. People want to feel like, and that's why when we do our timelines a lot, we sit there and put in there like we want you guys to feel like we'll put like such and such name best man. So you're like, let's get the best man up here.
Exactly.
So you know who. It looks like you know everybody.
You give us the customization on, and everyone does it differently. But like, if you don't have the confidence behind anything you do, especially if you're an MC,
they're gonna feel it. 100%, they're gonna feel it.
And now that DJs have become MCs, it's not two. You have 2 jobs. So remember, you have to play that song at the same time you're saying something. And if one of those 2 goes wrong, they let you know. They give you that stare. You're done.
Yeah.
Over.
And you look. So what is like one of the biggest mistakes you've made in like? Well, first tell us how you started with this because I think it was a funny story you told me on the plane on the way here, and I had never known that. And then I told you the story how I got into this and planning and how I started all this. So I think they're both super unique stories.
They are. Yeah.
And it's like we're both like we've known each other 6-7 years now, and we're both like, wait, what? I didn't know that. Like
I didn't know that how you got started in it. I mean, mine was a little bit more manly, I guess. Like it was like it's very like a man thing.
Yeah, mine was not
I was
manly.
obsessed with a girl in middle school, and I didn't know how to like go up to her and just tell her I'm obsessed with her. So I was like just trying to find the in. So she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw a party." I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm a DJ." I was not a DJ.
Just randomly.
That's the first thing.
You didn't want to go with I'm a photographer.
I had no. Dude, it's like what? Like I was like, yo, I'm a DJ. She's like, oh my God, you should DJ at my party. I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I ran home that night. I was like, yo, Dad, I need all this. I need everything here.
And your dad's
He's like, what? I go, yeah, dude, I'm a DJ now. I forgot to tell you. And I just,
Dad, I'm a DJ now.
I learned in 2 weeks, and I played the party.
So would you sit there and YouTube it? Did they have YouTube back then?
No idea.
I know your age. Did they have YouTube back then?
Yeah, they had YouTube back then. Come on now. Yeah, I did YouTube, and then like I downloaded all the CDs, and I got all the music, and I knew what was popular. I'm in the same grade and stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna DJ this party. And then when I played it, the mom gave me $100, and I was like, wait, you can make a living off this?
And then you're done.
And that's it. Game over. From there. Just party, party, party. Everyone's like, oh, you should DJ my party. You should DJ my party. Blah, 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 blah. And then it just became a thing. And then you start getting opportunities where you just meet other people. I started getting really into clubs, and then I met DJ Laz from Power 96.
That's
and
amazing.
He put me on the radio in I was in high school. And then from there, I played Ultra in 2013. And then from Ultra, I was being managed by a guy that was huge in clubs and put me at a Heat Dancer pool party where I met my wife now.
That's
and
crazy.
Then because I met her, she's like, oh, you should work for the Heat. And
Everything
I started working
happens
for the
a
Heat. And then hey, you work for the Heat. You're a great performer. You should work for Mike Sype Entertainment. And then
So
I
that's
met
how
with
you
Mike.
met Mike.
And then,
That's amazing. And
It's
you
like
guys
a
are
trickle effect.
complete. It's not just DJs, which I like. It's not just DJs. It's not just bands. It's not just, the hybrid. You guys have a complete production.
We could do absolutely anything you
Everything.
could envision. Anything in the world.
I mean, I know we've booked you for dance floors. We've booked you
Everything.
for the walls, the colds, everything, lasers. You guys
We
have
could do
everything.
Everything now that our team has been broken up into like, it's funny now because like Mike Sype has taken a little bit of a step back. He's deserved it. 30 years in the business. He's solidified his name in the industry so much. But now he has like 4 people running their individual departments, but all 4 are in the same place in their life. Like all 30, like all just got married or just having a baby. Like it's all like, when your team is just all on the same page and they're just like, no's not the answer. Like they will, a bride calls for exotic birds or a palm hat weaver, or, I want the screens to open and me to come out of it, or I want the screens to fly over people. Like we do not say, we'll figure it out.
And you don't even know, like, we were talking on the plane a little bit, like you wouldn't even know, which, by the way, we're in Myrtle freaking Beach.
Myrtle Beach, baby.
Dude, first time
First
here.
timer. Yeah, I'm gonna scratch it off my little, the little thing that you scratch off, like the little
He's
map.
putting a pin on the globe.
The map of the pin. Myrtle Beach.
So this is your first time here?
First time Myrtle Beach.
We just went to lunch. It was amazing.
Killed it at lunch. Tall boys at lunch. Tall boys at lunch.
Don't tell the viewers.
Tall boys at lunch.
So, but I think it's really neat. Is we flew in for the day. We're flying back home later. Spirit Airlines got us here safely on the way. Tiny seats, but we made it. We made it.
Shout out Spirit. I knew you were dying to shout Spirit out.
Shout out after we land.
Shout out Spirit. Yeah, exactly. Don't post this till we get back. Yeah, please don't post it till tomorrow when I'm back home.
Yeah, we're gonna tag Spirit and everything. As long as we're home safe, we'll do it.
As long as I get home from Spirit,
we'll do the selfie and be like, Spirit.
Made it. Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit more about like what I love about your wedding is that, and which is it's like the epitome of what I tell my clients. We want it to be a reflection of you. So many clients are like, well, show me weddings you've done. I'm sure you get that too. Show me weddings you've done. I want to see what you do. Our job is to bring them as a reflection of them as a couple to life. So your wedding like said you guys so much. And I literally only saw the videos because I wasn't invited, but.
Wow. I had 77 people and those 77 like.
But don't you like have 100 minimum or something you have to pay for? I'm just kidding.
No, we do not have 100 minimum. But if honestly 77 was a lot.
It was a lot for over there.
Yo, it was a lot, dude.
Yeah, it looked
more her than me. I have my mom, my dad there, and like a few of my friends. Like everyone else.
That's how our wedding was because Dame's Italian, so we had like
400
125. People? Well, it's funny because I was going through his mom's address book when I was sending out invitations.
Yeah.
These last names, like a couple of my friends were like, "Dude, I'm wearing a bulletproof vest to your wedding." It was like it's very
not that bad, yo. Italians aren't that bad. The food was probably bomb. I love Italian
really
food.
Good, like the whole Viennese table, cannolis,
cannolis are the bomb, dude. I love all that.
Cannolis. But your wedding was super reflective of you guys. You guys had the Heat vibe. Obviously, the DJ and the entertainment was on point. But then you brought out what everybody knows Ray for is the Flanagans.
I brought out the Flannies flag.
Did you bring
cups.
your flag?
I brought everything.
And you had the cups with your face on it?
Everything. I'm obsessed with Flanagans.
It's a great picture of you.
They surprised me with that. I didn't bring that. I didn't want her to be like, yo, we don't need this at our wedding. I want to keep it classy. I didn't say I wanted any of that.
I love that. I love that.
She brought it for me.
Yeah.
She I had no idea anything was like. I saw it on the dance floor. One of her bridesmaids came up with it, and I double taked because you know how you've been drinking and like partying. So when I thought, I go, that's me. It was like me on the call. I go, yo, that's me, dude. Where'd you get that girlfriend? She's like, oh, I got at the bar. I go, whoa. Like I booked it. I just started. I ran a 40 over there. I was like, where's the cup of my face on it? I didn't know she had it before anybody else. I was like, where's this girl getting this cup?
And everybody who knows you is like,
oh, they knew.
Rib rolls.
They knew it. Flanagan's reposted us like all over their social media. Yeah, they're like, yo, this wedding looks lit. It was just me,
and
crazy.
And everybody who doesn't know, Flanagan's is a restaurant chain in South Florida that is like very well known. I think we're all over in South Florida. Miami.
It's very Miami. You won't get like past like Boca. I don't think there's any past Boca. North.
There's some in Wellington. There's one in Wellington that I go to.
Okay.
And like when we leave a wedding, we always say like, let's go to Flanny's. Let's go to Flanny's.
Yeah, so you get in the car, you start driving an hour, and then you're like, ah.
And then we don't. Because I'm like,
I mean, I live like 5 minutes from one, and then you live 5 minutes from the other one, like an hour and a half away. So I get it.
It's funny because now I see it, and I like it's immediately you guys. So like yesterday, I was out on the boat. There's a boat with a huge Flanagan's flag.
Like,
and
I wish I could buy a franchise. I wish I could buy a franchise.
That would be amazing.
It's very expensive. It's millions of dollars.
You can do it.
Maybe not now. I don't know anything about the restaurant business.
You got people
buy it and just
you
hire
didn't know
somebody.
anything about DJing till 7th grade.
I guess, yeah, if you put it that way. But it's it's a lot less for real. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
So if you weren't DJing, would you be
a Flanagan's owner?
That would be sick.
I would change my name to Mr. Flanagan. Ray Flanagan. That sounds awesome.
It's hilarious that Mike Sipe actually does look like Flanagan.
He does. He does look like Flanagan. That was our retreat thing like 2 years ago. It was our theme. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm still obsessed with that restaurant. That was super cool that she did that. That was very customizable. So it did define us as a couple, like compared to like other things I've seen.
I still want to have. I want cups.
I have cups. I have cups. I got a lot of extras. That was cool. That was cool. The Flanagan's thing.
So what is your like biggest oops moments? What is your biggest like anything that you can think back to go, God, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I know I've had other DJs, like I've seen DJs like, and it's like, oh, my stomach drops when they make a bad announcement. Like I had one that literally announced the wrong name of the venue. And I was like, oh God.
See, I'd rather announce the wrong name of the venue than like the wrong name of the couple.
We've seen that.
Because remember, like some of these DJs, like myself or like a bunch of the successful ones, are doing 4 or 5 weddings in a row.
Oh yeah, you forget.
So like you better be organized, bro, and you better stare at that paper. As much as you feel you're confident, like if you're not looking at this correctly and you say like Miss Rodriguez, but it's Miss Alvarez, like yo, that's a huge mistake. Mm-hmm. Huge. Or if you play the wrong song during a formality because you just assumed you need to double check it, that's a huge mistake. I mean, every DJ's had mistakes. A lot of the DJs probably say the same answer, that their laptop goes out.
Yeah, but you gotta have backups. Like that's
the thing
what
is that you get so confident in not having a backup, and then you don't assume it's gonna happen to you.
Of course.
So then you're just like, it's a brand new laptop. We'll be all right. But when that goes out,
I remember we did that ranch wedding, and it was their first dance and the music, but it wasn't you. It was like literally the power like cut.
Yeah,
out.
the power goes out all the time, and then
like,
it's always. Remember, if anything goes wrong with the music or like the volume or anything, the first person they stare at is the DJ.
Oh yeah, everybody's
it's
looking
the first person they stare at, and then I'm like.
And
the other day I did a wedding and the whole power went out in the whole venue, but everybody looked at me. I go, there's no lights on the building on right now.
It's your fault.
It's
or
all
it's the planner's fault.
Yeah, I would have just been like, yo, it's Jackie's fault. Like I sort of said it on the mic with no power. I sort of screamed it. It's Jackie. No, but I mean.
So do you want to hear something funny? So I was telling my kids this story the other day. So in high school, we did this. We had prom backwards. Did you guys do that? It was called Morp. And everything was opposite of prom. So it was like in the courtyard. Everybody wore cut off jeans, like super chill.
What is that?
So I'm walking around in high school and we did Morp. And I saw this cute guy buying tickets too. So I was super excited.
Morp?
Yeah. So listen, so like.
I want to DJ a Morp.
Dude, it was so fun. So I'm walking around like trying to be all cool and cute and high schooly. And as I'm walking with this guy, like trying, like making sure I have nothing in my teeth, making sure I don't, like everything's going through my head. I can't even think what he's saying. I trip over the DJ cord.
Oh, you just
and the music went, and like stopped.
Yo, you were
and
that
everybody's
person?
like, oh, and I'm like,
I've had a videographer
he's
do that.
dying laughing. I'm like, just find the nearest hole and let me crawl into it.
Yeah, no, I would have moved schools. I would have quit. That's it. The Morp's
that
over.
Makes me feel
More. I hope
amazing.
prom comes back and we can redo the whole thing because Morp like was dead for you, bro.
You would have moved schools?
Dude, I had that happen to me at a wedding where a videographer was walking behind the thing and we told him, I was like, brother, please be careful. Like you're just bolting back and forth. In the middle of the party, it wasn't like
Did
a
he
formality.
fall?
Yeah, he fell. It was a
like
horror, and he was an older gentleman. So like, of course, we check his safety first, and then once we see like, are you okay? Now we kind of tell you off. Because I told you, I go, yo, I told you,
tell you off.
I told
now
you like
you're not
3
bleeding.
times, bro, please be careful. You're just bolting. You're not even looking at what you're doing. You tripped over, everything disconnected. And the problem is like when you trip over a cable, everything follows it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like the whole turntables, if I'm not standing in front of it, the whole board would have just flown. And I'm like, bro, did you get the shot? Did you get the shot? And then of course, everyone looks at me. So what do? I just start staring at the guy while everyone's looking at him get up. I'm like, yo, I want everyone to know I told you so many times, please be careful. He didn't care. He just tripped everywhere.
We did that wedding, and I always tell you, like, when I'm, like, leaving the wedding, because if it's not a grand exit, we leave shortly after cake cutting.
Yeah, I know.
I hated you that night. Do you remember this wedding? I hated you.
I made you stay there the whole time.
You legit. I was like, I'm leaving after father-daughter.
Oh, perfect. I left it to the end, last song.
I'm not ready yet. I'm like, this.
Yeah. If I gotta be there, you gotta be there.
Peyton doesn't have enough beeps for this. I was like, dude, I want to go home. And you're like, I was like, father-daughter? You're like, and you play another song. I'm like, I hate you. I hate.
Leave me by myself?
Like, when it's Miami, I drive like all the girls together, so I don't have to like sit there and like. I feel bad them leaving by themselves. Plus, it's Miami. So everybody's getting sex trafficked in Miami, in my eyes.
I love Miami. Don't talk bad about my city. It's my space. It's my comfort zone.
I show my kids the containers. I'm like, that's where they go. That's where they're gonna steal you and put you on it.
You're just a liar.
And I was like, literally, like, I can't leave without the girls because we're all riding together. And you're like,
gotta wait.
15 more minutes. I'll do the father-daughter. I'm like,
gotta wait.
I'm gonna stab
and that's
you.
that. I'm like the worst. I make sure like delay the formalities.
Oh
as much
yeah,
as
you
possible.
were like, you're not leaving. You're not leaving. You're staying. If I have
we're
to
there
stay,
to party.
you
We're
have
not
to
there
stay.
for the father-daughter. We hold that as long as possible, yo. We don't need that.
When I remember our first wedding together, because I had like my favorite DJs before you. We call it BR.
Yeah, before Ray.
Yeah, 100%. So I remember my first wedding with you, and you were like making your announcements. You were doing your flex, like, oh, I'm the MC for the Miami Heat.
Yeah, absolutely. Worked my ass off to
And
get
I
there.
was
Yo,
like-
I made sure that everyone knew what's up.
And the bride like had to have you, and I was like, what? This girl doesn't know what she's doing, and she like literally had to have you. And when you said it, I was like, what?
He like
And
ran
I'm like
aside and kind of
Googling
clout,
you,
like to
literally
look at me.
Googling
And
you.
you already hated me from the start because you're like, why'd they hire this guy?
Oh, I was like on
that.
you, like white on rice. I was like, we're doing this next, and we're doing this next,
I was
and
like-
this is the
I was
timeline.
like,
And he
who's-
was like,
what
who
lady
is
is
this
this?
new girl? Like, go
Yeah.
away. I knew what
And I
I'm
had my little
doing.
post-it that just says you're like the couple's name, and you had like this whole doc, a Word document. I was like,
Color coded.
okay,
You're like, okay, new
this
girl.
is cute. This is cute. It's like,
Cute. She's
yeah,
a planner.
this is cute.
Right, she's a planner.
Okay.
So,
I was like, all right.
we went, and then you said that. I was like, wait, what? And I saw you Googling. I was like, all right, he knows what he's doing.
A little bit. A little bit. Hey,
a
listen,
little
not everybody knows.
experience.
There's a difference between doing the arena and doing like a wedding. Not everybody can do it. Some do it really well, and some just
That was
bomb
a
it.
fun wedding, though. It was at the Addison. We
was
had
fun.
belly dancers. We had a
was
lot of
so vibe.
logistics with that wedding. And it was like one of those where I was like super like she had a dress change. She had this, she had that. She had belly dancers come in for her show.
She
and
had
I was
she had the right people with her though. Like
she
her
had the
crowd
right
was a
people.
vibe.
And
Yeah.
I think it's super important for our couples. Like we want to give them advice. And I totally get people want to book their own people, but at the same time, like there's a reason we recommend these people. They're not on our preferred vendor list because, you know, we're friends. I mean, obviously we're friends, but at the same time, like I'm not going to recommend somebody who sucks or doesn't know what they're doing. I'm not going to do it. Like it makes my life
Harder.
easier. Yeah. When I
Yeah.
have the people I know who are going to show up and do a great job. Same thing with the florist. I'm not going to recommend somebody who shows up with dead flowers. That doesn't make my life easier.
Or someone you're not accustomed to working where they don't know your vibe, like how you flow.
And I've had DJs show up and be like, "Oh, good, you're here. Cue me on everything, bro. I have a wedding to run.
Yeah,
like
no.
I'm like
I prefer
running,
to be
I'm
like, hey,
managing
Jackie, I
17
got you. Don't worry
vendors.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And
but
we
not
do that a
everyone's
lot.
like.
I mean, we do split off to do a little dance party here and there.
It depends on the party, but for the
does.
most part, you know when you have what is it you called it, the frienders
Frienders.
frienders
Our frienders in
when
the
you have the
industry.
frienders. Yeah, I like that term,
It's
the
true.
frienders.
We
It's
do have
a true thing
because it's
though.
like we legit like I look at the timeline. I'm like, oh my god, they have them. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh, good photographer. If there's a photographer I don't know, I'm photography assistant for the day. I had a photographer yell at me a couple weeks ago, and she was like, "Do you have the shot list?" I was like, "Well, I have the shot list," and she had a second shooter, and I'm like, "But." She's like, "Can't you call out the names on this shot list?" Well, I can, but like,
What
do
are
you
you
not have
doing?
a second shooter? She's
You
like,
gonna pay me?
she's in with cocktail hour. And I went into cocktail hour and the photographer was like drinking a Coke at the bar. And I'm like, all right, I'm photography assistant today. So I'm like calling out names. The bride's like losing it. And I'm like, listen, the bride came to me afterwards because she's like calling me out in front of the couple. Well, of course, I'm not going to sit there and be like,
Yeah, you're
"Oh,
not
I don't
gonna
have this."
backlash.
Of course, I'm
yeah.
going to make their day perfect and do whatever it takes. So the bride came to me, she's like, I'm appalled by my photographer right now, and I cannot believe she's doing this. Like, this is her job to have this. And I was like, listen, I got you. That's why we always have plan B. But that's the thing is like, if there's not a good DJ, I'm cueing the music. 3 more minutes till cake cutting. 3 more minutes till this. And it's like cumbersome. That's why I show up with a team. Depending on the wedding, like I literally talked to Becca earlier, and she was like, hey, we have 150 people at this wedding at this venue. Depending on the venue, depending on this, I'm like, who's the DJ? Who's the photographer? Okay, we can take a girl off. Because
you
I have to
know.
have somebody sitting in there the whole time, then it's a whole different thing.
Yeah. No, I get you. And now everyone's a DJ or everyone's a
No.
planner. Everyone's
Well,
a
we
photographer.
say that all the time. Anybody could stand back there and push buttons. There's a difference between a DJ and an MC.
There's a difference
1000%.
between someone that knows what they're doing and someone that never done it before.
It's true. Like
Like the
I know my
friend.
limits.
Oh, my
I'm not-
cousin's a DJ. I love hearing that.
Did I send you pictures of that one?
I love that.
My cousin's a DJ. And then they call me, are you bringing me a table? Why would I bring you a table? I'm not a DJ. You're
Are you
the
bringing me
DJ.
turntables? Like, you better have my rider.
I have
You
them
better
in
have my rider.
closet. Duh.
Oh, man, it's the
I'm bringing you a
worst.
turntable. I'm also putting together centerpieces that day. Do you? That's the thing is we know our limits. I can plan. You can DJ the hell of a wedding. I can't DJ a wedding. But can you plan? Well, you just planned one.
No, she did. I didn't plan it.
Yeah, you can't.
I didn't have the patience for it. I didn't have the patience to plan one. I knew how to pay for it.
Dude, if you would have sent me all the contracts, I totally would have timelined together for you.
I didn't even understand the contracts, and I speak Spanish. Good luck.
Yeah. All right, so I get why
Good
I
luck.
wasn't hired.
I even tried to put it in ChatGPT to like
Basura.
translate. Yeah, Basura, yeah, to translate it for me, and even that's, I was like, nah, I can't do it.
That's amazing.
Totally
Were you
different.
worried about, like, because we've done weddings in the Bahamas, our Atlanta office just did one in Greece. Did you have any troubles with flights, or were you worried about your guests getting there? Because I know the hurricane was coming.
So we started stressing a little bit, but like once it started like drifting way off, we were like, okay, no, everything worked out.
Yeah, we're
Everyone's
good.
transportation. The thing is, over there, they're so fixated on travel, so like they don't want a bad name for
Yeah.
themselves. So like
Well,
everything
that's how the Bahamas is.
yeah, they
just
need that.
want those guests.
Well, like Mexico's down so bad in that. They used to be all about like wedding destinations, and now no one's going to Mexico. It's like super unsafe. Cartagena was voted like one of the number one places, and one of the number one places to get married. And it was like the staff just,
They were good, amazing.
this was a guy behind me the entire time. Like, do you need anything? I was like, dude, you can go take a break. Like staring at me. He's
I
like,
remember you
do you
telling
need
me
anything?
that.
Do you need, like every
Every
time
time you
I would
looked over
take
your
a
shoulder.
sip out of my drink, it's a new drink, and then it was always with like a different garnish. So like I love the guy because like I was having vodka sodas and like one was like with a mint, and then I finished it and I could tell it was a new drink because like now this has an orange slice, and then like after that I had like a
fact that you're
lime. I was like,
noticing your fruit.
oh, I know. I told him, I go, I love you. I love everything
What
about
was
you.
his name?
I don't remember his name.
Oh my god.
That I don't remember.
I
Bro,
love you.
I had
I
a
love you.
million of those things, dude. I barely remember my name.
But you
that night.
remember the fruit on your cup, and you don't remember
if
his
I
name.
saw him right now, I'd remember him. That's how much we made eye
Let's
contact.
call him something. Let's name him.
Like a Jose. He looked like a Jose.
Jose.
Yeah. Older gentleman, just Jose.
Was it a little like intimidating standing behind you the whole time?
At all. Didn't make me feel. He was like incognito, like in the back, like he popped out of the little like grass like thing, the false wall, and like, you need anything?
Like Homer Simpson,
Dude,
that
it's
one
like,
meme
boom.
is just like coming
It's
out.
just like, I don't know, man. They have it to a science. Like all plates dropped at the same time.
That's
Everything
like,
was perfectly temperatured.
like Gordon Ramsay stuff.
Yes.
That's legit.
Legit. And all 75 people at the same time. It wasn't even like broken up into sections.
I expect that. From
So I was
you.
like,
You're bouge. I expect
75
that.
people. That means there were 75 people plating.
Well, if they're holding two, then it's less.
You're right.
It's half.
Could be.
I mean, I'm not a
Whatever,
mathematician,
40
but
something. I don't know. Whatever. It was awesome.
So tell me if you. I think we touched on this. If you weren't being a DJ, Flanagan's.
Oh no, owner Flanagan. So before I was a DJ, I don't think you knew this. I was working at a hospital in the ER.
Oh my God, I would never trust you with my medical needs.
I wasn't
Ever.
medical. I was financial
wouldn't
needs
let you
in
put
the
a
hospital.
Band-Aid
I
on
was
me.
running I was doing a financial rep. So like if you go to the hospital and like you break your arm, okay, we take care of you, right? Now I come in, guess who's charging you? This guy. I'd walk in and be like, yo, what's your social? Why? Because
I would never
did you
give you
think?
my social.
You got to pay for this. Oh, do you have insurance? No, I don't have insurance. Okay, cool. We'll bill you. How are you going to bill me? You don't know me. I go, my dog, you're at a hospital. I have your name, date of birth, social. I have everything. What do you mean? I'm going to bill you. And I was doing that for like 7 months. I hated it so much.
What did you hate about it? Like
everything. The drive, the commute, the people, I don't know what it is, but like everyone's in a bad mood in a hospital at all times. Well, no one wants to be there.
For pleasance.
Yeah, no one wants to be there. But like even staff.
Yeah.
Like you know me, like I'll wake up like, good morning, like super happy with a
you're a little
coffee,
excited
and they'll
in
be
the
like,
morning.
literally somebody in the back, like, shut up.
Well, it's your
I was
cafe
like,
con leche
bro.
in the morning.
I was ready. 7 a.m. shift. I was like, give me a cafecito. I'm ready to go. And these people are in a bad mood, and I'm like, you know what, bro?
Like I get you're dying, but cheer up.
Yeah, yeah. It's not my fault. It's not my fault you're dying.
Yeah.
I didn't break,
And
I didn't
by the
break
way,
your arm.
here's your bill.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And if you're like unconscious, like, and you're by yourself, I would like shake you and be like, hey.
Oh, I would hate
you gotta
you
wake
too.
up. You gotta wake up. I need your billing. I need a bill. Yeah, bro.
I can't imagine them being in a bad mood. That's so strange.
I hated it. I was in a hospital for a while and I hated it. And then if I didn't DJ, I would have wanted to do something in sports because I got a sports marketing background.
Okay.
So I did that in school.
So
I have a degree, but it's never been used. So if I could sell it, I would sell it because you don't need a degree to DJ. So
you can sell it. It's called a BS degree.
yeah, it's a bullshit degree. Yeah, that was my degree. Yeah, a BS
So
degree.
sports. So obviously you're very into sports. I know you're a Heat fan. Favorite football team, baseball team?
Baseball team, Chicago Cubs. My grandpa was a huge Cubs guy. I love the Cubs.
I know. I see it on your golf
And then
clubs.
I guess I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, unfortunately.
Your videos of you like when it's raining and you're supposed to go golfing, you're just sitting there moping with your golf clubs.
It rains every day in Florida. But you know what? Myrtle Beach has good golf. Should have brought my clubs.
You should have brought your club. We have like 12 hours here.
I should have brought it. We should just go rent like a house pair.
Let's go.
I don't know. I'm in jeans though.
It's not that hot out.
It's funny because my shoes are golf. So like I wore the right shoes.
You're such a geek.
It just happened to be they were golf. Like I wouldn't wear these to golf, but I have them.
What makes Miami so different? Like see, Miami exhausts me, but I'm old. You can't tell because of my Botox.
I love everything about Miami. I'm the most Miami person ever.
I
won't move.
Miami.
I love Miami. I think it's everything. It's the best.
You could like the traffic,
I don't care.
The stress of driving down there, the anxiety, the fact that I don't speak the language.
Born and raised in Miami, I bleed it. I love everything about it. The colors, like the people suck, but I suck. So when it comes to that,
I can see why you blend.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, dude, Miami's just, I don't know, man. People from all over the world love to come here to Miami.
Oh, 100. I mean, everywhere, everybody knows Miami.
But it's like, oh, you live in Miami. They always have like that. Yo, you've been in Miami, man. Miami's awesome. I was like, have you been? No, but I've always heard about it. I was like,
Miami.
Well, you should go.
There's songs written about it.
It's nightlife, color, like, bro, the restaurants, the beaches, the stores, like the clout. People just like want to go and just
See, I'm like a 10:30, 11 p.m. kind of girl. Like if I can get out at 9, I'm really happy. But my Miami brides are like, oh no, we're going until 3 a.m. I'm like, what? You don't want to go
Venues
to bed,
Venues aren't allowing that anymore though.
Really?
They're not allowed. I think the latest wedding I played recently.
Even indoors?
Penthouse Wharf. I went till 2. It's the latest I've gone in the last like.
If I have a 2 a.m. wedding in Miami,
it was an 8-hour reception.
I'm 1,000% staying over.
I played 8 hours.
Gabby know to make sure the guest bedroom's ready.
8-hour reception I played. That was the longest I've played ever. 8 hours as in no stop, no dinner, just party. 8 hours.
And you were good. You were enjoying it.
I saved that playlist. I got in the car, started clapping for myself. I go, bro, 8 hours to keep a crowd going. That's hard.
When we went on the boat, we downloaded the playlist you and Ivanko gave us. And every time I'm like, because Dame's always playing the country or the reggae, and I'm like, dude, put on Ivanko's playlist, put on Ray's playlist.
Something.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't censored, and the kids were like, what is this? And I'm like, so we're at Peanut, and this music's jamming, and it's
like F-bombs after one after the other. Then I don't listen to that ghetto stuff. Ivanko's more ghetto than me, yo.
Ivanko's very ghetto, but he's legit. So I get it. But I mean, it's stuff I would have listened to, and my kids are like, what is this? I'm like, that's 90s hip hop, babe.
That's 90s hip hop. That's the throwback.
That's the throwback. That's the OG.
That's the OG. That 90s hip hop still hits at parties.
One thing that I think our clients, viewers would not think or know about you as a Miami MC, DJ, Miami Heat party guy, like
No, I know what you're going to say already.
Go ahead. No, you tell me.
That I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift?
You're obsessed with
I
Taylor
think
Swift.
she's awesome. I love Taylor Swift. Awesome. I love T Swift. I think she's amazing. And her songs, like, they hit. Like, people assume, again, oh, basketball, this and that. Like, it's just ghetto hip hop. Drake, Lil Wayne, like, Future. I'm like, yeah, I like that, but to an extent.
I have
driving home from a club at 2 a.m. after, like, straight hip hop set and you just drop a little T Swift, like, throwback songs. Wow. Slapper.
So
like an acoustic album too, like super low key in my feelings.
It's funny because when you put on your T Swift remixes, like every time I'm coming out of the crowd.
Oh yeah, it's like look for you.
He's
in the
like,
back.
There she is, and I got so many videos of you jamming to T Swift all the time.
But you get people that don't like T Swift, and then you get the ones that really do. There's no in between.
That's true because my daughter's like, she's a real one. He's a real one. Like she'll know right off the bat if it's like fake or if it's real.
Or they'll say they hate her.
Yeah. And then why?
I don't know.
Because they're Kanye fans.
I love Kanye too.
I know.
I love Kanye.
But
one of the best concerts I've ever been to was Kanye West.
Yeah.
Before the whole, I think he had just got it with Kardashian, with Kim. Whatever.
Okay.
So it was like right when like his peak, like the Yeezys just came out.
Yeah.
That's when that guy was on a high.
He had some good.
Kanye West.
But
Come on.
T Swift, like the younger generation of T Swift, like Kanye is like dead to them.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, his music.
They weren't even around during that.
It's funny because
MTV thing.
Gianna's such a T Swift fan. When Bella wants to annoy her, she'll just blast Kanye, and Gianna gets so angry. And I'm just like, babe,
it's not that big of a deal.
Like, let it go. On. It's not that. She's like, she's doing it to me.
That could all be an inside job. It could have made her more famous.
100%. It could have been an inside job.
Could have been an inside job. Could. They both got more famous off that.
This is true.
T Swift.
What is the most popular items, dancing party atmosphere now. I know we've done grand exits, which I think are fading out. Thank God. Thank you, God. They're fading out.
They are fading out.
Thank you for that. What do you think? I think private cake cuttings are really becoming a thing now rather than stopping the party, which I highly recommend. Just do a private cake cutting, get the photography over there, do it. What are your, like, I know the glow sticks used to be big. I think those are kind of dying out a little bit.
A little bit.
What are your, like, if a couple's asking you, what do I need to get this party going? I mean, obviously they need you, but what do you recommend, like, they're shopping for?
You know what a lot of people are doing now? Big heads of their dogs.
I love that.
Yeah, I did it. Big heads of their dogs, or like something random that defines them.
Tell me your Miami Heat without telling me your Miami Heat. What's your dog's name?
Wade. Yes, that's it. And if I get another one, he's gonna be Bosch or Spo, like Coach Spo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Wade. It's the best name ever. And people ask me all the time. He's like, my dog does look like Wade. Like he's like
a
little golden
I love you
poodle.
Wade. If my dog Whiskey was like a fan of other dogs, I would totally babysit Wade all the time.
Yeah, but all those dogs hate each other. But
yeah, Whiskey's like a chicken. He's scared to death of everything.
Also, lasers are becoming super popular at weddings now.
Lasers are cool because it does give a whole different atmosphere. I think there's a time and place for it. Yeah, but when I did my wedding at the Breakers, we had a laser show. I have never at any other venue had more wedding crashers than at the Breakers.
Oh, look where you're at.
I mean, the wedding crashers, because of the laser show. And you guys do all that. You guys do the lasers. You do everything.
Yeah. So like this wedding this weekend that I have coming up will be, the 24th of August. They have like 5 cases of lasers. That's insane. That's like Disney World's castle. I think that's too much, but I mean, I love it. I can't wait. It's gonna look like literally a secondary roof. 5 cases of lasers.
Do you do the smoke too to make the laser show?
Everything. Yeah, you do like a haze.
Yeah.
So it'll look like a roof. Like it's like a roof over you. Like you can put your hand and it goes through.
And you put because I've seen it where they put the couple's names in lasers and all that stuff.
I think they can do that, but it's more of just like the spider effect of it.
Yeah. It goes with the music.
But like if it it's like building up and it's blacked out and then it just drops and it's just like a million lines.
It's cool.
That's sick.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I know when we did a wedding, we always have our little dance off at the weddings, but also like you said, it depends on the wedding too. I do appreciate you letting me push the Cold Sparks button.
Or the CO2, the big red button.
That's fun.
It is cool. I
was like, I want to push the button.
You're
like,
cool.
go away. You're such a nerd.
My guys like Thomas and my guys that do all their production, like make it so cool. They buy stuff like you really don't need that big red button, but it's just so much cooler for the bride to be like, boom, and the whole club like explodes. Or like if it's confetti, which I wish was more trendy, but like every venue is becoming. I think it is trendy,
but every venue like charges
so much money. People are charging thousands of dollars to pick that up. Fee.
And I
get like $500.
We did one at Hotel Colonnade on New Year's Eve. And they handed out 150 cannons. And she was like, that's a $500 cleanup fee. And the bride's like, totally worth it. That ball drop, Cold Sparks blew up. And Colonnade is like a massive ballroom. And the confetti went everywhere. It was amazing. It was such a vibe.
My wedding had like 25 pounds of confetti.
Oh, that looked good.
Yeah.
That looked amazing.
But once it blasts once, it's everywhere.
Well, yeah.
So that's like, I always tell my brides, they're like, oh, I want it during grand entrance. I was like, are you sure? Because then like every dinner, everything, they're everywhere. And then you step on it and it gets like dark and black.
I like it after ceremony.
Oh, dude.
We've done it on the beach after ceremony and everybody shoots them off. And it is like, because it floats down so slow, it's like the coolest pictures.
Have you seen those smoke things that come out in different colors now behind
That's cool. Those are big for gender reveals too.
Yeah, exactly. But now they're doing it like in that rainbow color behind the bride and groom.
Yeah, that's very cool.
It's super sick.
What have you seen as a DJ that takes the cake? Like,
that's hard. No, I've seen some cool stuff. I mean, I did a wedding that Maluma's band performed. I thought that was awesome. Cool. Like not him, but his band was there. Yeah. So that was cool. Man, I don't know. That's a hard one. I've seen so many amazing things. I've seen a dad.
Bad. It could take the cake.
I don't think it was with you. I saw a dad speech. I'll never forget this story. That the dad in the speech like went through like an insider joke where his daughter was like, oh yeah, I'd slap my husband for $1,000, like as like an inside joke or whatever. So in his thing, he's like, prove it, and he just started pulling out thousands and thousands of dollars, and the bride just kept like slapping her husband as like a joke, and it got to the point where he had gifted them like over like $50,000.
What?
In the middle of the wedding.
Oh, I'd let somebody slap the shit out of me.
And it wasn't a big wedding. Eventually, their gift was that. He was like buying their down payment for the house, but it's like as a comedic act. He did this thing where he's like, my daughter always said that she slapped her husband for $1,000. So like, prove it. So he like started taking out thousands and thousands. The bride starts crying of happiness.
That's
like
amazing.
it's ton of. I thought that was cool. That's something I hadn't seen before. That was like a story that stuck. I mean, not because it's like a money thing, but just I thought it was a cool way of giving them a gift in some different. Like,
yeah, I think that's really
that was
neat because
cool.
it's different. It's definitely.
I've seen people get dogs.
Oh, that's cool.
Like a puppy and a thing. So that was cool.
That's cool. We did. I think what's your most memorable wedding that we've done together?
The Harry Potter one.
That was cool.
I always say the same story.
Such a fun couple.
It was because it was different. We don't see that often. So like to see the candles and then like I went home and watched the movie like everybody else did. I'm assuming. So to see like what she was trying to. Yeah.
You put the cloak on.
I put the cloak on. I went straight to Universal Studios. I was like, let me get a watch.
Did you get the sorting hat? You like
the hat, the guy that tells you what school you're in or whatever. Yeah, that was cool. And the chocolate frog. I did all that. Oh, dude, I love Universal. But that was a super cool wedding. That one. She went all out too. She had like LED dance floor and like, remember? She had robots, LED dance floor, confetti, everything. No, she didn't have confetti. She had cold sparks.
She had the cold sparks. She had the LED robots. I think it's really cool because that one, I'm not a huge fan of a themed wedding, but like if you know, you know. If you don't, it just looks great.
It was like a low key theme.
Yes, she had like floating candles over the dance floor. We had like a trunk as her card box. But it was funny because they were. I remember her telling me like, oh, we have a different. Do you remember their bridal party? It was all doctors. They were surgeons and doctors.
I remember that she was a surgeon, and they didn't look like they were Harry Potter people.
No,
it was like a low key obsession because they just looked like normal.
And
they look like normal doctors. Actually.
Yeah, and when she was an anesthesiologist, he's a trauma surgeon. And when I took them to the venues, we went to the Breakers Look first, and they have that one room where all the alcohol bottles are lit up in blue. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? She's like, this is the potions room. I was like, yes.
Yeah, but the Breakers next level. She didn't do the Breakers.
She didn't do the Breakers.
I'm glad she did the Pelican though.
Oh, it was so fun, and they were so cool. And
they let me play whatever I want. Their wedding was awesome.
Let you go. I remember the dad's speech was like
30 minutes.
It was 30 minutes, and he goes, who told me I can't speak? I can only speak for 3 minutes. And I'm like, doing the shuffle behind the pole. And he's like, it's the wedding planner. There she is. I'm like, oh, God.
I don't think it was that bad, though.
It was 37 minutes. And he was like, listen, I'm paying and I want to talk about my daughter. And we knew everything about her from birth to medical school at that point. But
it was all done during like dinner. So it wasn't as bad because there was something happening in the background.
It was good.
And he gave me 30 minutes less I had to play. In my head, I was like, all right, bro.
Winner.
I'm like, okay, dude, you just cut out 30 minutes of my shift. That's like a break.
I think
I was just standing there laughing with you like, okay.
I think a lot of our weddings that we do together are epic. But that one, I think the most memorable was when we had that ballerina go down the mirrored dance floor.
Yeah, it was a little stressful, but yeah, I remember that one.
Because she changed the songs, the ballet. And I didn't know how long the ballet. I thought she was going down, throwing rose petals and then
bouncing. No, she had a whole performance.
Back and
10 minutes. Back.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, just keep.
And the crowd was into it.
They loved it.
And you and me were like texting, like, when is this over? When do I press play? What do I do?
I had like a girl by you, and I was like thumbing up, and like we had the violinist playing at a certain time.
But then their party was lit.
Oh, their party was amazing.
Yeah, it was lit. They had me and Ivanka though. They had two DJs. We had
so much fun. And they had to have the two of you because.
Upstairs,
because
downstairs.
Of the amount of guests, we had to have the DJ set upstairs, and she had ceiling decor, so we had to have an MC downstairs.
And you had multiple rooms.
Yeah, it was so many guests, but it was like, but that's what I love about you guys too, is like logistically, you guys can figure that out based on the venue. Like we need two people, we have this.
We did a wedding the other day, you and me, that you were outside telling me to press play. Because the whole thing was outside. And you were videoing me. I was DJing inside. There was nobody in front of me.
You were telling
me. But then outside, everyone was going nuts.
Everybody was dancing outside. You're playing the music inside. And I'm like, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, just give me a thumbs up every song. Let me know. I can't see anything.
No, which is hard.
That's hard, yo. That was hard.
Yeah.
For a grand entrance, horror, first dance, everything was done outside. I was like, outside. Jackie, just, cue me.
So we should do, because I have the radios at the weddings. I could totally bring you an earpiece and talk to you in it.
It's hard because I'm listening to the music on my headphones as well.
It's music.
Yeah,
details.
Okay, yeah.
It's not important for a DJ.
Yeah, exactly. Don't cue point everything. Just listen to Jackie speak in my ear with the radio piece, I guess.
Hello?
Yeah, nah.
What'd you eat for dinner?
Yeah, nah,
no,
dude.
I'm bringing you
in the middle of me talking, you're like...
I'll be like, yeah. I'll be talking all kinds of shit.
Nah, that's a bad idea.
What's the most popular first dance song right now?
Right now, I get a lot of John Legend.
Is it redundant for you, or is it like kind of like
a lot of people do the same ones? Yeah. I always tell them to be like creative and do any song they want. You can find an acoustic version of almost any song.
Yeah.
So like do something different. Do something that defines you, like a song that means a lot to you. Also pick it 2 months before your wedding. Some people
Really?
will book me a year in advance and start filling in their musical requests. I'm like, you know how many things can change in
So many new songs come out.
a
Things
year?
change.
Like,
You hate
come
that song. You
on.
played it too many
Oh,
times.
can you make me this custom edit? This is how I envision it. I go, do you envision that now? And then in a year, you're going to make me change it because you're going to change your mind?
It's
Or,
hard. And you guys are really good about doing that transition, because I know recently we had Ivanko do one with, she did Phil Collins 55 seconds in to transition to Taylor Swift. Totally different vibes. And he did it like seamlessly. And the same thing with the Mother Son dance. It was Boys to Men to transition to something else. And it was like perfect. And it's always like, well, if you don't think it's going to sound right, let us know. But
well, we'll do it,
you're
but we
gonna
give
do
you
it.
our
It's just
honest opinion.
how
We
you
can
do
make
it.
everything sound
Of
well.
course.
Like, it's just like, just fade in and out slowly. But some of these brides get like a little too detailed. And I always say that the more detailed you get, the more room for error. So like, try to let it flow a little naturally, but some don't care.
no.
Just do whatever they want.
How do you deal with like funky requests, weird requests, like the uncle, the weird uncle?
The weird uncle. I just be like, yeah, of course, yeah, I'm gonna play it, and I just don't play it, or I'll just be like, yeah.
Are they
like,
still asking you though?
Some will stare at you. They'll stare at you. They'll just like look at me the whole time and just be like,
That's not awkward at all.
yeah, like I'll mix a song. Everyone's going crazy. The whole dance floor is packed, and there's always one. Hey, bro, this song's good. Everyone's gonna love it. I promise. I'm Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe.
It's always Uncle Joe or
Of
Aunt Karen.
course.
It's always the same people. And they're like, oh, I promise. I go, bro, like, I got you. Yeah, I'll play it in a little bit. I just won't play it. You're not going to destroy my whole party because of your song, bro. And then I'll play it and he'll get lost. That always happens.
Or you don't play it.
Or I'll don't play it and then he'll
You tell him you played it.
yeah, if I see him leave the room to go to the bathroom, dude, you missed your song, bro. Everyone went nuts, bro. Where were you? The last 15 minutes, people were like literally encoring the song and you missed it. But requests have become, it's getting bad out there.
Yeah.
It's getting bad out there. People listen to some weird stuff now. Yo, they be listening to some weird stuff. I don't know what it is, but like, and like TikTok and social media. Now you know how like older people are on Facebook. So they're listening to like SoundCloud rappers.
Some of them shouldn't.
Like, I'm like, yo, can you play like little GZZ or whatever? I'm like, what? Who are you, dude? How do you know this song? Like, I don't even know this song. I'm a DJ. And then they'll get mad if you don't have it because they assume everything's in that laptop.
As long as you have
Everything.
good, well, everything should be in there.
If I'm in the middle of
planner.
yeah, exactly. If I'm in the middle of nowhere and I don't have your song ready to go, like, I might not be able to get it.
Yeah.
Or I'll lie because I know it sucks.
What?
I just won't play it. I'll be like, I don't have it. It's the most respectful way of trying to get them off my back.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, oh no, Ray's amazing. Like I literally would hire him if I could afford him.
I don't like that. I'll play, yo. It just depends on the situation. I can't not do a wedding for X amount because somebody wants me to do a 30-year-old birthday party for like their friend. And I'm like, it's a Saturday. And then people nowadays, I always tell my brides, like, don't assume that you can, my wedding's a year out. I can wait.
No.
Quality is out. A year out, quality's
No,
done.
You're done.
You're going to end up falling. It's very rare, unless you're like on a Sunday or people are getting married on
Don't
Mondays. Yeah, if it's a Friday, Saturday,
Are you getting the requests? I've like recently it's coming more popular now. I'm not engaged yet, but I expect it to come soon. What? Like, what does that mean?
abort mission.
Right?
Literally, that guy should run.
The guy should
The guy
run.
should run,
You
bro.
want to text him and be like, listen,
Yo,
do you almost want to send
Your
an email?
girl.
Absolutely. What's your fiance? Like, I want to put you both on it. And then you want to be like, dude, thanks for reaching out for a wedding DJ. Like to him.
I also love when they inquire through Instagram because then I can creep them. I creep everybody. So like they'll write to me, hey, like I've heard great things, you know. So I'll click her and then I'll go through his and I'll look at him before I look at her.
You do creep everybody.
I do. I creep him. I was like,
Because
yo,
you
the
say-
guy.
You create stickers of me like
Yeah.
like
No.
2008 and you're like, ha ha ha.
No,
sending
but
me
like
texts.
I'll
I'm
get
like,
these
what?
inquiries from these brides, and I always feel bad because like sometimes they'll write the nicest matchup. Like I've heard great things about you, my friend. That you know she's gonna be part of the wedding. She's like, oh, I should have Ray, and my wedding's April 22nd. I'm like, I know I'm booked.
You're booked.
I know I'm
Well,
booked. And
wedding
I
season.
go and I'm like, oh please, like it's like a roll of the dice. Like please be available for her because she's so nice, and then I'm not. And then it's really hard when you like only wanted that, and then you try to like force them on someone else. So I don't try to. I'm like, listen, unfortunately, I'm not available, but like one of my amazing guys might be. But then they're like, oh, I don't know, and I'm like,
You can't wait though, especially like
can't
listen,
wait.
Flores can do a couple weddings in a day, hair and makeup.
Or one of one.
Photographer, entertainment, planner. Once they're booked, they're booked. If
booked.
you have a date, book your people. Because
At
you're
least
gonna,
inquire, and like we're so easy about like our retainers, not a lot. So
Yeah.
like you could just book book me and then add everything else later.
Well, we recently just booked a wedding together, and it took. I think we did the original Zoom like 2.5 months ago, and they finally booked. But I'm like, you gotta lock in without a contract signed, or like, yes, you're talking to him about this date, but if somebody comes in,
Yeah, if somebody would have came in, I would have
shows me
been
the money,
super
like, I'm
48
done.
hour. I give a 48 hour like courtesy, and I'll be like,
well, I
listen,
give him
like,
first right of refusal, but at the same time, like, it's one of
yeah,
those
dude, it's
things.
just the dog eat dog world. Like my rent's not gonna stop for you to make a decision 2 months later. Like I
Well,
always,
and that's the thing is like, oh well, I'll post you so much on Instagram, and I have like 40,000 followers. Well, posting doesn't pay my bills. Like we gotta like.
it's cool.
Very nice of you. However, we
I
still need
love
that
to,
deposit.
yeah, I love to be like on Instagram with like people like
I'll
with the
post you. I
background,
have
but
like
like
600 followers now. You're done.
but
I'm
I'll be
totally
like,
posting you.
but I'll tell people it has nothing to do, or people that ask for discounts before even inquiring. I was like, you don't even know my price. How are you asking for a discount yet?
I would ask for a discount, but I do know your price.
I haven't even told you how much I charge yet. You're like, oh, can I get a discount because my wedding's on a Monday? I go, I haven't even told. You don't even know how much I charge.
Mhm.
Like,
I'm asking for a discount. Friends.
declined. If
See,
it's a
that's
Saturday,
why I
declined. Not gonna happen.
No, I have to have a Wednesday morning party.
But like around 11, like after the gym, like.
Yeah, but I know you because you're
Especially I
like,
love
I
going
have
out
to
on Tuesdays.
drive an hour.
Oh, dude, I'm not available. I was like, I haven't even told you the date yet. Oh, I'm not available. I assumed I'm
the
not.
wedding. Well, I remember we were texting and you were like, "Oh, I'm at Pelican Club," da, da, da. And I was out on the boat having dinner. This was my favorite day ever.
Oh, mine too.
I know.
That's so rude of you.
Right?
Come on, bro. You know those Sunday weddings are rough, and like after a full weekend, and then you're out
Favorite
on
day
boat
ever.
pulling up to like.
I was like, I'm here. I'm gonna come see you. I'm gonna come visit you because I know you're bummed out at your wedding. You're working on a Sunday, like 2 hours from home, and I'm like, I'm here. You're like, I don't see you. I was like, come out to
It
the
was
dock.
like it was a small wedding too, so I was like,
Yeah.
like I couldn't even like flex on you like a crazy party that you could see
Yeah,
through the
no.
glass. It was just like a chill.
No.
They were all dancing. They had a great time, but it wasn't
All
like
40 of them.
yeah, it was small. It was a small wedding. It was
All
small.
40 of them were really
Hey,
getting
it's not
it
about
on.
the amount of people; it's the quality of the ones there.
Okay.
Okay.
What is your go-to song if you have a dead dance floor? Which, I mean, it's your Ray Costa. Nobody has a dead dance floor. But
It all depends on the crowd. If it's like Latin, just drop a salsa. If it's like, I don't know, it just depends on like what has vibe.
I would love to see you do like a nursing home party.
I used to do Conviva. It's like it's a healthcare for like over 65. It's like a Medicare. I used to do all their events, Conviva Healthcare. And let me tell you something, they're all Latin. They love me.
Well, yeah, they love you.
Most old people want to feel young, Jackie.
This is true.
So they hire all young everything.
I know,
They don't
I
want.
do.
And let me tell you something, like these grandmas, like, yo, I wish I had the game these grandmas. Some of these girls come up to me like, hi, you're so cute. Like, I'm like, yo, this grandma is macking. She don't care. She'll give me a hug and a kiss. I'm like, damn. Grandma, yo. I'm like, all right, yo. And some of them have money. So like when they're 65 and they be looking good.
He's like, bye, Gabby.
We live in a world right now where like there's some 65-year-olds that are like, yo, like what's going
That's
on out
what
here?
you mean, like preserved.
Oh, I would always tell Gabby if like literally comes up to me, she's like, I'm worth $400 million. I'm like, I would never go home again. We out.
She'd probably be happy
We
to
out.
just send her the
Me
check.
and abuelita, we are dipping, yo. We are out. I'm going straight to Jupiter to retire on my golf course because you know they all live out there.
Oh yeah,
They all live out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you done
acres.
weddings at Admiral's Cove yet?
Is that the one that's connected to this aquarium?
No, Admiral's Cove is in Jupiter, and it has like that underwater like guard gate. So if you go in there, like the boats have.
Oh, I've heard of it, but maybe I have played there. What's the one that's connected to the Miami Aquarium?
I don't know.
Sunset Cove.
Yes.
It's no longer there. They sold this
No?
aquarium. But that was a good one too.
Yeah, this one's really, really. I mean, it's all massive yachts on the water, amazing views.
I've heard of it, but I haven't done it.
We'll get you.
I've done yacht club and all
We'll
that
get you.
stuff.
I always like to book you north because it irritates you.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate those
Before.
bookings.
What's the most common wedding song?
Like slow or like just in general?
Let's do slow.
Ever? I mean, Conversations in the Dark, John Legend is the most common first dance. Can't Help Falling in Love. Is it Kina Granitz or something?
What's your biggest entrance song? And I'm literally, it's not on my notes. I just want to be nosy.
Anything by Pitbull, anything top 40 plus. Like,
I always thought Bring 'Em Out.
no, I wish more
Really?
people would do it. No, people don't do hip hop anymore. I don't know why. They feel like grandma's gonna judge them, when like grandma was probably worse in her age.
Grandma probably can't remember what they played.
Yeah, she might have played Tupac.
We need the abuelitos there.
Yo, a lot of like Avicii, David Guetta, anything like popular, upbeat like that. Cause I always tell them it's the first loud song that they're going to hear. So make sure it has some energy. Like don't hit me with like a super slow, like Tennessee whiskey, unless I'm in Tennessee and it's like a thing, but don't hit me with that boom, 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 boom.
I love Tennessee whiskey.
Like,
I think
somebody makes some noise.
No.
I
mean, I know your vibe is very Miami, but do you find it hard to do? Because I know we've done ranch weddings before, very country vibe.
I love it.
You love country.
I love a challenge.
Okay, I can see that.
So like Miami weddings, I could do in my sleep. I don't even have to think.
Like when you do some remix of the countries, I'm there for it.
Those are the ones you prep for.
Yeah.
Like I have a really big Indian wedding coming up.
Okay.
That the couple is like, they're like, listen, we're Indian, but we're not like super like, we're not doing all the formalities, but like we want a little bit of this and this and that. And I'm like, dude, absolutely put me to the test.
Yeah.
I did a wedding not too long ago where I had to have like Kyle, which is like the main sound guy. I had to have Moreno with me, which is like our corporate. I was so nervous. I hadn't been nervous for a wedding in forever because they were very, very Israeli and they would speak to me in different languages. And I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm not Israeli. Like I don't understand what you're saying.
But that's the thing is I love learning that.
And they were like, hey, listen, like we want like 10% English music. And I'm like, it's a 5-hour reception. I'm like, how am I going to do this? And Jacque, I killed it. I prepped and the groom came up to me. He's like, before he could tell I was nervous. He's like, you okay, bro? I was like, dude, I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, I'm super uncomfortable. Like, I don't know what to play because like you guys want no English music. And like, my G, like how many Israeli remixes do I have? I prepped, did the homework, killed it. Saved the whole playlist. I'm like, if anyone ever comes to me and is like,
this is it. Push the button.
He's like, oh, literally, I mean, it's not in order, but it's there. Like, I know this is going to hit. Yeah. That was, if I tell you I'm nervous for a wedding, like I'm nervous for it. Like I won't sleep the day before it.
Yeah.
Because you get some of those. You get some of those. And then there's some that's like, Ray, do whatever you want. And then I'm like, all right, cool, in my sleep.
Yeah. I think it's fun when you always get the guests to be interactive. Like I know the last one we were at, the dad or the brother wanted to play the drums. And you were like, no, dude, don't touch it. Like you were like, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'll let you DJ.
Me?
I'll let any, if the bride comes,
DJ?
I'll let you DJ. If the bride comes up to me and she's like, hey, I've had brides come up to me, can I DJ? Dude, press whatever. This is your night.
I'm gonna
just understand that I'm gonna back up a little bit so that everyone can see that's you in case like something happens. Like they know, just don't touch my laptop.
You said you'll let me DJ, and all these faces were like, "Wait, what did he say?" Like everybody,
you can DJ.
Everybody beat you because like, good God, don't give her.
I got your back. Like towards the end of the night, like when everyone's already kind of like doesn't even know what's happening.
Oh yeah, wait till the alcohol's flowing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna let you DJ Grand Entrance. I'll let you DJ.
So they put me on the mic one time, ancient Spanish monastery.
Oh no. Why were you on the mic at Spanish Monastery? Yeah. You like that place?
No.
They got a new floor.
New floor is nice. No, so the wedding was in the chapel, and I was like, "Are you gonna?" I asked the priest. I was like, "Are you gonna make an announcement to silent cell phone?" He's like, "No, you have to do that." And I'm like, "What? You want me to stand on the altar?"
You know I'm an officiant now, right?
I wouldn't trust you.
Why,
dude?
First we pray and then we slay and then we party. That's what I say. That's what I think. It's on my card. First we pray and then we slay. Jesus. Yo, I could be like, dearly beloved, we gather. I could speak well, and then at the end, I'll be like comedic. All right.
You would never
see you guys out there.
Keep a straight face.
What?
At my wedding.
I can keep a straight face.
You would be showing. You'd be like, here's a sticker of Jacque.
Oh yeah, I mean, it depends how like. No, I would never ruin your ceremony, but like how comedic. I'm doing one of my good friends on December 23rd. Could be I have like the little card and everything.
That says you're ordained.
Ordained. Call me Papa Costa from now on. That's what I told you. Papa Costa, baby. I want to wear the hat. Like from Schitt's Creek. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I want to wear that outfit.
I can.
I'm going to do it. Yo, you got to do it big.
When are you going to get that? At Halloween?
Yeah. Or online on Amazon. I could have bought it when I got my license. They have the whole outfit. The little thing.
It's not even called an outfit.
It's an outfit. It's an outfit. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay. It's an outfit. And then I'll wear that and then I'll change.
So if I do a vow renewal.
Oh, I would be honored.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I'll do it.
I got to plan it.
You got to do
it.
We'll do it big.
You had to say first we pray.
First we pray.
Are you charging me? Because I don't know. You only have one officiating under your belt at that point. I mean.
Well, I mean.
It's
still
like
Ray Costa though.
Still
Ray Costa though, okay?
So you're going to pray and then you're
I'm
going
to go DJ.
Oh, this is like a 2-for-1. I love a good deal.
I'll just slam on a little tax there at the end. Like, yo, it's going to be a little bit more if you want me to officiate, but.
If I let you drink at my vow renewal. That
before I
totally
officiate?
Cut costs.
Yeah, it'll help. All right. Not a lot, but I won't drink before the vow renewal. I'll drink like during cocktail hour.
I can see that. I love when you walk through a wedding, when you're like on your little break and you're like with your pinky.
My coffee? Yeah. I won't drink if I'm playing a wedding. A lot of people assume DJs are like huge drunks.
So
like,
that's
I don't
the
really
ones I
know
don't
any-
want to hire.
I don't
because
really know
they're
any of my guys that.
So we've had one that got so drunk he was like slurring, and we're like, no, you gotta go. You gotta go.
No, dude.
Those are discount DJs though. Those are not like, that's not who I'm recommending.
You'll get some of these grooms that will bring you shots and like force you to take them. And I'm like, bro, like, I can't take it. And they're like, Joe, stop. You know, and like one, okay, if he's like super present. But some of the times I'll be like, yeah, and I'll chuck it back.
I did
I'll
a
just
wedding.
Fly back.
It was.
I'll throw the whole cup, like the whole glass against the wall. Like, I don't care. I was like, yo, you're not going to give me a reason to mess up right now.
I did a wedding in Miami. And what I really was shocked at, and I had never seen it before, but I thought it was absolutely genius. The bride was like very concerned. She's like, my crowd is a party crowd, and they're going to want us to do shots all night. They had a special bottle behind the bar that was water.
Yeah.
And the bartender knew that was for the bride and groom, and she's pouring clear shots of water. They're doing shots. The guests think they're doing shots all night, and it was literally water all night. And the bride was like totally sober and happy and calm. And I was like, 100% we're recommending this.
I'll tell you a quick story. You want to know how this is the most business?
You did that at your wedding too, I'm sure.
No, I didn't. No, I drank reals. I drank to the point of no return. But I used to, when I was in high school, I used to throw parties too, like at warehouses. And I'll never forget this story. I was throwing a party and the cops came and I had kegs. Okay. And I was 18, 19. But I bought O'Doyle's or O'Doyle's, however you say O'Doyle's. Yeah, exactly. That beer that has no alcohol content. I was charging $5 a cup and kids were walking out of there like if they were drunk. Cops come in, arrest me, put me in the back of a cop car, start questioning me, and I'm like, that's all fake. Here's my receipts. Stop. The cop drove me to my house. The party got shut down, drove me to my house, knocked on the door. My parents freak out because I had like a box full of money.
Were you a good kid or no good?
The cop went to my parents and goes, I only brought him home to tell you how genius this kid is for what he did. I used to make thousands of dollars charging $5 a cup off beer that cost me $80 for a keg and it's 300 cups.
That was non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic.
Were you a good kid or a bad kid?
No, I was pretty good. I wasn't a bad kid. That was a genius idea.
It really was.
That was a genius idea. And everyone wanted to be a DJ in high school. So I would just put a bunch of like new kids to play.
And you were DJing in 7th grade.
Yeah. So I had all the gear. So I would just tell the guys, hey, just show up, play. I'm not going to pay you. Promote the party. $5 for guys to get in. $5 cups per each.
And they're
drink.
acting drunk.
Acting drunk. And I had security and everything. Like real security. And I would hire off-duty cops to just park the car outside so parents would be okay leaving their kid. Because like, what was that? I even rented out a movie theater once where you had to buy the tickets. Yeah, I rented out a movie theater arcade where you had to buy the tickets to get into the party at the movie theater thing. So, hey, mom, I'm going to the movie theater. Okay, cool. Let me drop you off. And then you buy a ticket and you walk into a full-blown party.
That's amazing.
Sick, bro.
So I got my first fake ID from a cop I knew.
Don't name drop that cop.
No.
Save his career.
No. Anyway, fun fact is, it never worked. The girl in the ID was huge. I could never remember her information. However, I would go down to the clubs and the cop I knew who was on duty would be like, she's my sister, I'm vouching. Totally fine. So he was like, okay, she's 21 and over, you're vouching? I was like, yeah. I'd get the 21 and over bracelet and then I'd go to every other bar and say I lost my ID at the other bar. This is the podcast my kids cannot listen to.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's good though.
I know.
Clever.
And I was like, oh my God, I lost my ID. But look, I got the bracelet. They're like, all right, come on in.
Dude, I used to use a fake ID, but I'd go play clubs that my name and my face was on the side of the club. And it would say Ray Costa and my fake ID would say undress. And the bouncer would look at me and look at the thing and he would just like stare at me. And I was like, yeah, I mean, this is just for the cameras to see you, but you know I'm not 21. Like, come on, bro.
Literally not.
That was like at the W4 Lauderdale.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was sick.
Literally not on my paperwork again. I'm just being nosy. What show are you watching right now?
Ooh, good question. I'm a creature of habit. Like I'll rewatch shows.
Okay.
So I feel like, I don't know, it's just like a mental thing.
Yeah.
So I'm rewatching Entourage just because I love that show. But I was watching House of Dragons, but I kind of got out of it.
Did you watch Suits?
I did, but I never finished the last season. I know that
Good.
Like the guy gets with the whatever, his secretary or whatever.
I'm just watching for Harvey Specter. I'm just watching.
Yeah, it is cool. It starts off good.
So we started watching Billions. If you can.
I've seen Billions. Yep. Yeah, with
That's
Bobby Axelrod. Good show. Yeah.
Yeah, very good show.
Yeah, especially when you're flying. That's the best time to like binge watch everything. Yeah. No, I'm watching Entourage right now. I think that's probably one of my favorite shows ever.
Amazing.
Entourage is a good one.
I think that wraps it up. Thank you for listening. Again, this takes the cake. I am Jacque from Stunning and Brilliant Events Palm Beach, Ray Costa, Miami Heat. Formula One, Mike Sipe Entertainment, 7th grade DJ.
Thank you guys.